Hi everyone, welcome back to the L&S Crafts channel. For those of you that are joining me for the first time, welcome. My name's Lorraine and I'm coming to you from the UK. For those of you that are returning, thanks for coming back. So, I have today knitting and cross stitching to share with you. Not a lot of knitting, mainly cross stitching. It's going to be a short video because I haven't been working on lots of different projects this week. I've been very much focused on one project in particular, which you will find out in a moment. But let's start off with my knitting, shall we? So, as I mentioned last time, I have started the Flax jumper. I had reclaimed the yarn from a jumper that I had knit previously called the Edgartown Light Jumper by Alicia Plummer, I think it was, or Alicia Plummer. And so I decided to make the Flax jumper using that yarn, and here is what it looks like. I haven't done a lot on this week or the last couple of weeks because I've been focusing on cross stitching really over the last couple of weeks, but this is where I'm at with the jumper so far. I'm just working in the round for the body until I get the length that I need to, and then I will bind that off and move on to the sleeves. And ordinarily it wouldn't take me so long to do this. I would have whipped this up and be done with it by now, but because I've been doing a lot of cross stitching this week, my knitting has taken a bit of a back seat. I will have to focus on this a little bit more to get it finished up so I can wear it now that it's cold, and it's really cold today. So yeah, so this is it. This is it's a merino, superwash merino yarn by Biff Sugar Yarns, and it's in the colourway Cove. I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, as I mentioned in the last video, but this is where I'm at with this. And let me see if I can show you what this is what it's actually supposed to look like. So as I mentioned last time, I've made a mistake on the sleeves. I'm not changing it, so it does look, if you have done the Flax jumper before, you will know that my sleeves look a bit odd. That's because I've made a mistake on the sleeves, but I'm not ripping it out, I'm not starting it again. I'm just going to continue where I left off and get this jumper done. So I think that's going to be my aim over the next couple of weeks, to try and just get this jumper finished off so that I can share it, well, wear it and show you guys what I did. So that's my knitting content. That's all I've done knitting wise. I did do a tiny bit on the hat, but nothing, probably like one row on the Giverny hat, nothing really to bother to show you. So I'm going to move straight into the cross stitching section. So the first thing I have is the swimming school piece. So this is a Bothy threads piece. I started this, I showed you this as a new start. I think I started this on New Year's Day, and this was my new start, and I've been working on this. I think I've done a couple of days on this, and I managed to work in this section here. So I'll show you what it looked like last time, and this is what it's looking like now. So you can see I have got the head done. That's completed, and you can probably see the eye up there. And I'm really pleased with that. Once I got this bit done, once I completed the head, I decided, right, okay, I can stop for now. I can give this one a break because I was really working quite a bit on this. This is done on 14 count white Aida, and it's stitched 2/1. So that's what it looks like close up. That is the start of my turtle. In case you're interested, the little koala needle minder is by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. So yeah, so that's where I am with this. Pleased with the progress. I have put it down because I decided to focus on some other things, and yeah, once I got the head on there, I thought, okay, I'll just leave it there and I will move on and give a bit of love to some of my other projects. So that in mind, I decided to pick up the Bothy Threads London kit. So I've been working on this for a while, and I was trying to, this this one I started in the middle, and I worked from the bust, the back of the bust, and I worked this way, and then I started this section at the bottom here, and yeah, so I was trying to decide whether to go this way and up, or whether to go that way, and in the end I went this way. So I'll insert a picture of what it looked like last time. And this is where I'm at now. So you can probably see last time round I didn't have the train filled in, the tube train here, and I didn't have the wheel on here in the back of the bus here. I've worked this, and I've worked some of the road, and I filled this in. So that's basically what I've done. I've been trying to kind of decide which way to go and try and stick to it, but depending on my mood and what I've been doing, I've felt like if I want to watch TV, then I will just stitch the plain bit, just the blocks of colour. It's quite easy to just do the road and not make any mistakes. But then if I'm actually focused and I want to work on this, then I can't be watching telly or watching YouTube videos, which is what I've been doing. So I need to focus on this section. So I did the wheel and this section here. I've got this window to fill in, and I wanted to complete the red. I wanted to do some colour completing on this project, but because I wanted to catch up on my YouTube watching as well, and I've been watching some series on Netflix and stuff, my concentration hasn't been right to work on the detail of this, so then I just resorted to trying to finish off the blocks of colour here. So that's where I'm at. So that is where I am at the moment. This again is another Caterpillar cross stitch needle minder, Positivity Rules. But yeah, that is where I'm at with this piece. I'm enjoying it. This is worked on 16 count Ice Blue Zweigart Aida. I'm not sure if you can see the blue, so it's not actually marked, but I've got one of those. I managed to buy one of those friction pens, and I've done the squares on the fabric because I feel like it helps with this piece to get the detail in the right place. I think I was making some mistakes in my counting, and so I thought, let me just use the pen and mark the grid lines. So that's where I'm at with this one. So that's that piece. Then I'm leaving the best till last. So I have this pattern chart even that I got from Heaven and Earth Designs, and I chose this a while ago. It's a story keep by with the artwork by Aimee Stewart, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's called Tiki Beach Sunset. This is what it looks like. I saw this, excuse the numbers here, I've just been working out colours. This is what it looks like. I like the look of this. I love sunset type pictures, and I thought this one would be really nice. I bought this a little while after I bought my Life is an Open Book London story keep, with a view to doing this one when I finished the London one, on the basis that if I like the London one, then I'll do another one, basically. So I bought the chart a while ago, and then only recently, because I've been really enjoying the Life is an Open Book London one recently, I decided to have a go on this one. Only I thought I would switch things up a bit and get some 18 count Aida, because the Life is an Open Book London one is on, I'm working that on 25 count Lugana. So I thought I'd buy some 18 count Aida and see how I get on with the stitching on that one. So that's the design. This is a new start, so there's no previous picture, and this is where I am at the moment with that. So I'm not quite sure what part of the picture this is. I started in the left, let's see, I started in the top left of this design, but I can't quite see how that matches this. So I'm not entirely convinced that it's going to look like the picture itself. So I'm a little bit worried that it doesn't look like the actual picture. But what I've done with this is I've only got a number of threads. I didn't want to purchase a whole load of new threads for this particular chart. I didn't want to kit up the whole project when I'm already working on the Life as an Open Book London, and I've got lots of threads for that, and those, a lot of them might be duplicates. So what I decided to do was, on this design, on the chart, I've looked at the first 4 boxes of the chart and decided to purchase those colours that are in those first 4 boxes, just so I can get a start on this. So I have quite a lot of gaps in here, and I've got some thread on order now from Lakeside Needlecraft to fill in the gaps. But I just, for some reason, I was really itching to start it. And I know that I wasn't going to get very far because I haven't got all the threads, but for some reason I really wanted to start this. And yeah, I've enjoyed stitching it. On the 18 count, I actually do like the 18 count because it's easy on my eyes. I can do it without using a magnifier, and yeah, it's quite comfortable to work on. The only thing that isn't comfortable is this little frame, because I'm using a Q-snap, and this is an 8x8 Q-snap, so it's not ideal, and I've got lots of excess material around it. So ideally I'd put it on an 11x11, but I don't have any spare ones, so I'm just using what I've got for now. So yeah, but that's where I'm at. So that is my start on Tiki Beach Sunset, which is a Heaven and Earth Designs charted work, and the artwork is by Aimee Stewart. So this is on 18 count Easy Grid or Easy Guide Aida. So that's that one. Last but not least is the one that I have been obsessed with this week. I have been working so hard on this one. I've been enjoying it, so I've been putting a lot of time in this one, and you will really be surprised how much I've done on this. So this is, I'll insert a picture of the actual design, what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. And excuse the random noises from my son downstairs. This is what it's looking like right now. I have worked for hours on this, and I have really been enjoying it. So all of this, I think I probably had this tiny section here done before. I should have inserted a picture of what it looked like before so you could see. But this is, I've done all of this section here. So I'm starting to see the top bits here. These bits, I'm starting to see buildings taking shape. I'm going off into Big Ben over here. I think this is the Tower of London. I've got the side bit here that I've literally, this is the end of the first page. So over here will be my page finish here. Across here, where am I? Down here, sorry, below that box. So this is a page finish here. And I've done all of this here. So I'm really pleased with how it's turning out. I'm quite pleased with the detail on this. I am working, I'm plugging away on this. Working using the parking method, which is working for me. The first time I used the parking method, it was okay. And then I found it really long-winded because I was doing it row by row. And then, like I said in the last video, I switched up after trying pattern keeper and leaving things for a while. Now I've switched up to the diagonal parking in blocks, and it's working for me. This actually works for me, and I like completing a block and then moving up to the next block, and that is working. Yeah, I find that I have less gaps in there. I tend to focus a lot better. I like to see the picture emerging, and I can't wait. I'm just like, I find it difficult to put it down. So I pick this up literally when let's see, in the evening, when I go up to my bed, then I might pick up the cross stitching to kind of, just to focus on something other than a TV screen, and I'll have like the radio going in the background or something while I stitch, and then I can find myself stitching for 2-3 hours when I'm actually supposed to be sleeping. So yeah, it's really kind of addictive for me at the moment, this one, and that's how I've done so much of it. But I'm really looking forward to reaching into the lower section where there's going to be some reds coming up, because I have the bus. The bus is supposed to be coming up. Where is it? So when I get a bit further down, there's a bus. Underneath here somewhere there'll be a bus, and that's going to be the red section, and then I get some different colours coming in, and I get what is that? Is that Tower Bridge? Looks like a bridge coming in across here, and there's all sorts of things happening when I get to this mark. So I'm looking forward to getting down to here where there's lots of different colours happening. So yeah, it's getting really exciting for me. So I am really pleased with it. This is where I'm at. And this is on 25 count Lagana, and it's easy grid or easy count. So it's got the printed grid on it already. This little patch is because I put my chart on here, and what I've noticed is where I use a pencil to scratch out the boxes that I've done, and I fold the paper over, it's leaving a mark on the fabric, so that's what that little mark is. But yeah, I'm using the pin stitch method to finish thread, so I don't have to keep flipping the frame. I hold it in my Lowry stand, and if I'm using the pin stitch I don't have to keep flipping the frame, so that's really useful, and I've been using that for my other projects as well. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. The back looks, the back doesn't look too bad actually. I'll show you the back. It's not looking too bad. It's a lot better than it was up here, I guess, because I'm working in using the parking, so I'm using all the threads. It's a lot neater, strangely enough. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that before, but yeah, that is where I'm at. Sorry, I'm rambling now. That's where I've got to with this piece. I'm really pleased with it, and I can't wait to get back to it. It's so exciting. So yeah, so that is it. Those are all of my cross-stitching endeavours. So, on to what I have been buying. Actually, no, I forgot to show you the finished object, didn't I? I think last time round I spoke about the Lakeside Village piece. I didn't have it framed. Now I've got it framed. You've probably seen it in the background throughout the video. But I managed to get a frame on Amazon. A nice white frame, because I wanted my frames to be matching. Most of my cross-stitching projects are in white frames, and I'm not sure exactly where I want to put this piece, so I thought if I put it in a white frame then it can go absolutely anywhere in my house, and this is what it looks like. It's not a glass frame, it's a plastic frame, and it is 15 by 12. It's not a perfect fit. What I found with the frame is that I've put it in, I used some acid-free mount board for the actual cross-stitching, and I've stuck it to that with double-sided sticky tape, put that in place, and then I've put it inside the frame, and it doesn't fit exactly as I'd like it in the frame, because I think I cut the mount board a little bit too wide in some parts, because I couldn't find my roller cutter thing, my rotary blade cutter, so I've had to use scissors. But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, I've managed to stuck it to mount board, self-adhesive mount board, so I didn't have to lace the back, and I used some double-sided sticky tape to just secure the edges. I've put it inside the frame, and the frame doesn't have a mount inside it, so it's exactly like this, and it looks fine. I mean, it's not perfect, but it will do, and it displays the piece nicely. This is a plastic frame, so it's not glass. That's what the back of it looks like. Just an ordinary hook, and it'll be mounted. I've just got to find a place for it in my house. So there, so that's that. Hopefully you can see that now without the glare. So yeah, so that's what the finished or finally finished object looks like, Lakeside Village. So yeah, so I'm pleased with that. Now I have a couple of purchases I didn't show you last time round. Actually, I've got one other project to show you. Let me just pause and go and get that. I forgot that I mentioned last week that I was going to show you a Latch Hook project that I was gifted for my birthday, and it's a Latch Hook kit, and it looks like this. So it's a snowman, very Christmassy, and what does it say? Pre-printed and binded canvas with base cloth, acrylic yarn, hook tool, paper pattern and instruction for information only. So it's 52 by 38 centimetres, that's it. That's the design. And we got started on this, my daughter and I have been working on this. for a short while, and oops, this is where we got to. Is that the right way up? Yeah, that's the right way up. That's where we got to. We were enjoying doing this. We had quite a bit of fun starting this. So we are kind of at the top here. This bit is the hat. So up here is it's difficult to hold. Oh, this is the hat. This is going to be the face of the snowman. We haven't quite finished the face, so that's like one eye there. And then that's the scarf. And that becomes the body. So my daughter done quite a lot of this side, but we've been working this bit together and a little bit of here. I did some of this, so this is kind of a joint project between myself and my daughter, and that's how far we got with that. So that's Latch Hook. I'm not sure what else to tell you about this, other than that they come in bundles, like the wool comes in bundles like this. And they're all cut in short lengths like that. Oh, you can't see it really in that one, can you? Let's see if I can. This is probably better. That's what it looks like. Comes in little bundles like that. And you just take out a strand, use your latch hook, and hook it in place on the actual design. So it takes time to do it. This is the latch hook. If you can see that. That's what the hook looks like, in case you have not seen that before. There you go. It's an interesting pastime. I tell you that. It takes a while to get into the swing of it, but once you get the momentum going, it's actually quite fun. I didn't think my daughter was going to enjoy it as much as she did, and she's done quite a lot of this. So yeah, I was surprised by that, and I was surprised by how easy it is. But it is a little bit time consuming getting everything, but I mean, most crafts are, aren't they? So yeah, that is where I'm at with this. So we haven't worked on it in the last couple of weeks because we've been doing other things, but we will get back to it at some point, and I will keep you updated of our progress on that one. So that was the latch hook. So moving on to incoming. So last time round I forgot to show you that what has been helping me with my Life is an Open Book London cross stitch piece is a magnifier. So a number of people recommended that I try a magnifier when I was explaining to you my struggles with 25 count and this design, and so a number of people recommended I try using a magnifier, and so I went ahead and bought one on Amazon. So this is the one I've got. It goes overhead. This actually twists. You plug it in via USB. So it's got a USB cable here. I plug it into I usually use my iPhone charger and plug it in with that. And then it's got 3 different light settings on it. So it goes from dark, you know, it goes from bright to brighter to brightest. And the light comes from here. So I use that, and I also, oops, bashing myself in the face. Then I use that for the light, and also I look through there for the magnifier. You can see that there. There you go. So it magnifies the fabric. This is held on by a clamp. Got fabric on me. It's held on by a clamp, so I clip that to the frame. So usually up here, the corner of the frame. And then I hover it over the front so I can magnify the fabric, and that has been working a treat. It adjusts to how I want it, and yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It can be a little fiddly at times, but it does help. Even if I don't use the magnifier sometimes, I actually like to use the light because it's a nice bright light for the cross stitch work, and I've been enjoying that. Also, as I mentioned last week, I have been watching Teresa Little Stitcher's playlist of full coverage for beginners, and she suggested in one of those videos, a thread organiser for a project as big as this. This project has 90 threads, and so I had been using a thread organiser. Let me see if I can show you what I was using. No, I wasn't using a thread organiser. I was just using my box. So I was using my threads in a box like this. I had all my threads in this box with the symbols on, and that's how I kitted up Life is an Open Book London. And when I watched Teresa Little Stitcher's video, she suggested using something like this, a thread organiser. And so I watched her video and I thought, that's actually quite a useful idea. So I purchased one of these. I've put all my threads on it, I've put all the symbols on it, as you can see. Put all the symbols on there for this chart. I've put the threads on there, and I have been working using this, and I have been finding it so easy with this. It's less time consuming than having to keep going back to the bobbin and unwinding and winding on. I can just pull off a thread, thread it up, and I'm good to go. So I'm finding this one really useful. So I thought it was really handy, so I bought two. They're not cheap, but they do make my life easier. So I've got two of these because you only get 50 on each. You can only get 50 threads on each. So I've got two of them for one project. I was thinking about getting one for the Tiki Beach Sunset project, but then I thought I might just have to wait until one of these comes free or something. I don't really want to spend loads and loads of money on these and then end up having more than I need, really. But I'm holding off for now. Who knows, that may change. But I'm finding these really useful. They are called Pako thread organisers. I'll try and leave the information in the description box below the video so you can see. I bought them on Amazon, and yeah, that is that. So that I've been finding that really useful for this project, and that's kind of speeded me up a bit and given me more motivation to continue working on it. And that is where I'm at. So that is it. That is what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. I don't have anything else to show you, I don't think. I think that is everything. So that is it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, hearing what I've been up to the last few weeks. If you have, give me some thumbs up or let me know in the comment section below the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.